All right, guys. So it looks like a dam has finally broken when it comes to Israel and Gaza. And you're seeing a lot of unexpected voices chirping now, saying, you know what? This is fucking crazy. This is unacceptable. Hollywood, many Hollywood celebrities snapped. And they're now condemning Israel, talking about the babies being burnt alive. Now, look, understand something. We're already deep into this process, bro. There's like 38,000 or 39,000 dead civilians, and I think that's an undercount. 16,000 kids, 10,000 women. We haven't gotten a real good updated number because the infrastructure on the ground that's used to count the dead has basically collapsed. The hospital system has basically collapsed. There are no more schools in Gaza. North Gaza is fucking all rubble. UN buildings have been bombed. Mosques have been bombed. Factories and homes. It's a mess. It's a mess. And so, look, they're late to the game, but I'll take it. So I'm going to go through a list of shouting out celebrities here who've spoken up in one forum or another to defend Palestinians. So Kyrie Irving, he wore keffiyeh, as you can see here. I believe he's also... I went to his Twitter feed one day, and I was scrolling through it. He's like retweeting a lot of people who run in like my circles, right? Like Nathan J. Robinson of Current Affairs magazine and other pro-Palestine accounts that are documenting all the war crimes on a daily basis. He's retweeting those people. So he's leaning into it. He's not just like, I'm going to have an offhanded comment. No, he's taking a stand. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, man. By the way, Crystal and I got to tell this story. Crystal and I, we went to a Wizards game a year or two back when Kyrie was on the Nets, when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. And Kyrie was playing. Kevin Durant was sitting on the bench with a mean mug on, and whenever anybody tried to communicate with him, he would like not fucking pay them the time of day and basically sit there pissed off. Kyrie was being super sweet to the crowd, interacting with the crowd, being really nice. He's got a little bit of a bad rap because of the whole COVID vaccine thing, which he didn't want to take the COVID vaccine, sharing that documentary on Amazon, which had anti-Semitism in it, which was, you know, what's it called? From heroes to Negroes or something like I'm butchering the name here, but the documentary was named something like that, and people watched it, and there was some sketchy stuff in there. But in terms of Kyrie Irving's heart, he seems like he's a genuinely decent guy. He really does. So shout out to Kyrie. Let's keep going here. Jaylen Brown wearing a pro-Palestine, bracelet here. That's amazing. Good on Jaylen Brown for that. By the way, some people, as we'll walk through, some people have gone further. Some people have done sort of like the bare minimum. Khabib from UFC. There's a whole bunch of UFC fighters. Hamzat, I think that's how you pronounce that. Islam Makhachev, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing these things. Mohammed Mokaev. The Weeknd has been very pro-Palestine. I think he sent a lot of money to pro-Palestinian causes. Macklemore, of course, has been phenomenal. Wrote that pro-Palestine song. He has not been silent about this at all. Kid Cudi, pro-Palestine. Rami Youssef. Dua Lipa. I'm going to get to her in a second. There's more to say about her. I don't know who this Nicola Coughlan lady is, but shout out. Pedro Pascal. He was so good as Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones. Phenomenal actor. Adam Soldaev. Bella Hadid. I believe she's part Palestinian. This Jake Shields guy, I didn't even know he was a UFC fighter. I just see his stuff pop up on my timeline from time to time. Here, let me show you this one. Ariana Grande shares donation link to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund on her Instagram story. So this is what she posted here. And guess what? $20,000 was raised in less than an hour of her posting this. 379 million followers. This is why using your platform is important. No, your activism shouldn't be centered around celebrities, but it is important for celebrities to use their platform at the very least like this. Okay. Wrestler Sami Zayn, shout out to him. He's wearing a keffiyeh as well. By the way, he's familiar with this space. I don't know if he still does, but at one time he followed me. I think he's seen my show at least a few times. He's familiar with others in this space, so he's always been about this life. We have David Beckham. David Beckham tweeted the following. Let's see. Images of burned children and families emerging from bomb tents in Rafah shocks us all. The reported killing of children sheltering in makeshift tents is unconscionable. For over 7 months, we've witnessed this tragedy unfold, resulting in thousands of children killed or injured. There must be an immediate ceasefire, the unconditional release of all hostages, and an end to the senseless killing of children. He's sharing this, and it was originally from somebody in UNICEF, so shout out to David Beckham. And then who else we got? Dua Lipa. That's right. We got Dua Lipa here. Dua Lipa advocates for a ceasefire in Gaza. Quote, burning children alive can never be justified. The whole world is mobilizing to stop the Israeli genocide. Calling a spade. Shout out to her. Burning children alive can never be justified. The whole world is mobilizing to stop the Israeli genocide. Please show your solidarity with Gaza. Hashtag all eyes on Rafah. I know that, what's his name? Aaron Paul, the guy who played Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad, he shared a all eyes on Rafah thing. There's this weird like AI generated image that says all eyes on Rafah that a lot of people are sharing. And I've seen mixed reactions to that because that almost seems like the bare minimum of the bare minimum. Like there's nothing there's no picture there. There's no video there. There's no showing the rubble. There's no showing the war crimes. There's no comment or statement from Doctors Without Borders or Amnesty International or Human Rights Watch or whatever. It's like really the bare minimum to just share that thing of all eyes on Rafah because it's all the context is sort of taken out of that. But to be fair, that thing has been shared tens of millions of times, which, I don't know, it seems to indicate that there is really a dam breaking. And look, it takes a lot for these celebrities to speak out. It shouldn't, right? In a world that made sense, it shouldn't, but it does. But now we've reached a point where a lot of them are speaking up, and I expect a lot more to speak up because how much of this can any decent, reasonable, empathetic human being take? How much can you take? I mean, how has everybody not hit their breaking point months and months and months ago? But it's still ongoing, man. This is after, I don't know, maybe it has to do with the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, and the ICC basically coming out at the same time. And the ICJ saying, yeah, this is a genocide and you can't invade Rafah. That's bad. It's plausible you're committing a genocide. Don't invade Rafah. And the ICC saying arrest warrants for Netanyahu and the, Yoav Galan and the leaders of Hamas. Maybe it was that then led people to think, okay, finally the adults are in the room and they're stopping it. And then Israel just says, how about you fuck off? And I'm going to keep doing this. So some celebrities are at least saying something about this. It's a start. All right, guys, that's the show. Love y'all very much. You know the drill. Everybody, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. By the way, hook a brother up with some Patreon support, guys. Remember, I've never talked to an advertiser. I've never done an ad read, and so you guys help fund this show from the ground up. I really couldn't do it without you. So if you help out $5 a month or whatever it is, that helps out tremendously. You have no idea. And you can sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends as well. We have some phenomenal interviews coming. We got Norm Finkelstein on this week. Really looking forward to that. We have a lot to talk to him about when it comes to Israel and Gaza. And that's all I got. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.